We are joined by a specialist on the problem of human trafficking, Elaine Pearson, Deputy Director of the Asia Division of Human Rights Watch. Welcome.
Thank you.
What is the current situation when it comes to the status of migrants coming from Myanmar?
Well, now what we're seeing is that actually since the US Foreign Relations Committee released their report documenting the trafficking that we just saw at the Thai-Malaysian border, what we're seeing is that there's not so many deportations of Burmese refugees to the border area. For now, the deportations have stopped. However, the rates...
Why do you think that is? Is it because pressure's been brought to bear?
Because of the pressure from the US government on both the Malaysians and on the Thai officials. And what we're seeing, however, is that the raids continue, that they continue to apprehend undocumented workers, they continue to apprehend Burmese refugees, and these refugees and migrants are being sent to detention camps, which are now, completely overcrowded. There are concerns that some of the refugees are dying because the conditions are so bad. They lack access to good food, clean water supply, and there are also reports of mistreatment in the detention camps by guards and also by other detainees.
Now, the Malaysians don't consider that these people are refugees, do they?
No, this is one of the problems, is that under Malaysian law, they don't distinguish between illegal migrants, refugees and asylum seekers. And so they haven't actually signed on to the UN Refugees Convention, which would provide some kind of a framework to protect these people who are fleeing conditions of persecution.
Well, since they are fleeing, what do they consider they're fleeing from then?
Well, they consider a lot of these people to be economic migrants.
In other words, looking for better jobs, better livelihood.
Exactly. And they do not see that they have any real responsibility to take care of people from other countries. So this is a problem.
How severe would you say the problem is when it comes to human trafficking in Asia?
I think what you see within Asia is that, particularly with the recent sort of economic crisis, there are increasing numbers of people who are desperate to move to other countries in search of better economic opportunities. And because there's not a lot of legal opportunities for people to migrate, people end up being subjected to traffickers, to human smugglers, and they tend to go to countries like Thailand and Malaysia, which are comparatively wealthier and where there's a real need for low-skilled workers, particularly in certain sectors.
We mentioned the pressure that the United States has brought to bear when it comes to Malaysia. Do you think there's more that the U.S. should be doing? And if so, what?
Yes, certainly. I mean, I think that the U.S. Senate Foreign Relations Committee report really is just the first step. The US should be putting pressure on ASEAN countries to put pressure on Burma's generals. We should remember that, at the end of the day, these people are fleeing persecution in Burma because Burma's leaders, refuse to really
make the situation better at home.
Refuse to stop the abuses from which they're fleeing. So we would ask ASEAN to be putting more pressure on Burma's leaders to stop these abuses, and also on the Malaysian authorities, because really only with concerted public pressure from the US, from other countries, will we really see that these investigations and prosecutions of those involved in the trafficking really lead to any real-scale efforts to stop the trafficking from happening.
Elaine Pearson, thank you very much.
Thank you.